So now we're going to look at an important joint known as the occipital-atlanteal joint, which is basically where the head sits on top of the neck there, which is a very important point for balance and the last place that the body can actually make any adaptations for whatever else is going on below. So a lot of people have this joint misaligned, which then causes the bigger postural neck muscles to tighten, which can put a lot of tension into this area. So a lot of people hold tension here. So we're now going to balance some of the key postural muscles which can help gently realign the vertebra in the neck and help to balance the position of the occipital-atlanteal joint, or where the head meets the neck. So we're going to start off by rubbing a pressure point that's basically right in the middle of a muscle called the trapezius, which is one of the main muscles that tightens and can cause neck tensions and headaches. So basically, if we go with the hand and put that over the shoulder, and we're looking for the point that's right in the middle of the base of the neck and the shoulder. So we go to the base of the neck, find the shoulder, and the point is literally halfway between the two, and just feel around for a point that's tender or tight, because usually if you've got problems here, this muscle will hold that tension. So we're just going to apply a firm pressure into that point for around 15 to 20 seconds. Now remember, if this muscle's tight, it might be a little bit sore. So if you feel any pain or discomfort, just ease up your pressure. But we're just going to rub that for about 15 to 20 seconds. This point is also in line with the nipple on the front. So if you drew a line from here over to the front, it would actually be in line with the nipple, just another landmark to be able to find it. And then do the other side the same. So as we're stimulating this reflex point, we're actually helping to release muscles in this upper trapezius muscle, which if this muscle tightens, it can cause a lot of chronic tension, headaches or pain up into the neck as well. So releasing here can relieve a lot of neck tensions and also headaches as well. So we're now going to stimulate a reflex point on the front of the shoulder, which is halfway along the collarbone and literally just underneath the collarbone, which is actually in line with the nipple. So if you just go along the collarbone, about halfway along, literally just drop just underneath there and just stimulate that with pressure for around 15 to 20 seconds. Again, if you find any pain here, just ease up the pressure a little bit, just stimulating this reflex point. This actually helps to relax the muscles of the neck, and it also relates to the stomach, so it can help with digestive problems and things like acid reflux as well. So if you just stimulate into there around 15 to 20 seconds and then just do that the same on the other side. If you want to get a little bit more pressure into this point, you can use a massaging tool or just to reinforce your thumb or your finger. So just same again, going halfway along the collarbone, in line with the nipple, literally just underneath the collarbone, and then just stimulate into that area for around 15 to 20 seconds. So we're now going to work on a point that's literally in between where the shoulder meets onto the rib cage. So if you find the shoulder and then just follow that in, and you'll find a little depression, basically where the shoulder meets the rib cage, just in there. So if you stimulate in there for around 15 to 20 seconds, that can help to stimulate and relax the muscles of the shoulder and help to improve the position of the shoulder blade, which can have a big impact on the upper part of the rib cage and the muscles that attach up to the neck as well. So just stimulate into there for around 15 to 20 seconds and then do that on the opposite side. So finding the shoulder, going in, and just you'll drop into a little depression and just putting pressure into there for around 15 to 20 seconds. You can also use your massaging tool for this and get a little bit more pressure into that area. This point also relates to the lungs, so it can actually help breathing conditions such as asthma, and it can also help to boost the immune system as well. So if you just rub into there, that can help to relax these muscles and also has the other benefits as well. So we're now going to work down either sides of the cervical vertebra, which are the vertebra in the neck. So if we just go to the very back of the spine and feel down there, and we're going to feel the parts that stick out the most. These are called the spinous processes. We want to be either side of these and just working down. So you can either do one side at a time or both, which as we'll demonstrate in a second. So just incrementally working down around 3 to 4 inches of these neck vertebrae, and we're actually stimulating reflex points here, which can help to balance the muscles, and also the very small muscles in the neck, which help to hold the vertebra in position. So by stimulating these reflex points and the small little muscles, we're actually releasing tensions in these muscles, which very gently start to pull the vertebra back into a better position and better alignment, which can take pressure off the discs, pressure off the nerves, and relieve pain in the neck and realign the joints in the neck. So just going up and down each side of the neck around 3 to 4 times with a gentle pressure, And just remember that this area is quite a delicate area in the body. A lot of people hold tension here. So if you feel any pain or discomfort, just ease up your pressure and just work within your own levels of what you feel is comfortable. But just working up and down either side of the spinous processes, these sticky out bits, around 4 to 5 times with a firm pressure to help stimulate these reflex points and pull these vertebrae back into a better alignment. We're then going to go a little bit higher up, so just feeling down the back of the head, and we're going to feel 2 little knobbles on each side, bumps that stick out on the side of the head. So we're just going to drop just below those into a little depression that you'll feel on each side, just underneath the bony part that has been just found there. And in there, there's an important reflex point on each side, which can help to balance the muscles of the neck and also this occipital-atlanteal joint that we mentioned, where the head meets the neck. And they're also very important for relaxing these muscles in the neck, which can take pressure off the nerves and can help relieve things like headaches, migraines, and dizziness as well. So just putting a firm pressure into there for around 15 to 20 seconds. You can do both at the same time, which is just a little bit easier. If you get any pain, just ease up the pressure a little bit. We're now going to do a little technique that helps to mobilise a bone called the temporal bone, which is this bone that you can see here drawn in the black line, which is the bone basically on the side of the head that the ear canal sits in. This bone joins with another bone called the occiput, and there's a little hole in between these two bones where important nerves come out from, which feed a lot of things in the body, the digestive system, the breathing system, and it's called the vagus nerve. So as we start to mobilise this joint, it can actually help to take pressure off the vagus nerve, which can help things like digestion, breathing, a whole host of things in the body, and also help to take pressure off the muscles in the upper part of the neck as well. So we're just going to very gently go to the ear, and basically just going to get hold of the ear and then just pull it very gently downwards. We're going to do 3 different directions, but firstly we're going to pull very gently downwards on the ear. Again, not a hard pressure, you're working with a delicate area there, so just a very gentle pull downwards on the ear just for a couple of seconds. Then get hold of the middle of the ear and we're going to pull it back over very gently backwards on the ear, and then we're just going to get hold of the top of the ear and then we're going to pull it very gently upwards as well, and just for a few seconds on each of those. This just helps to very gently mobilise this temporal bone, which, as I say, can take pressure off some very important nerves which feed the upper neck muscles and also lots of systems in the body, and help to improve our overall health and wellness. So just doing that on one side and then doing that on the opposite side as well, just with the 3 directions, pulling very gently upwards, very gently backwards and very gently downwards.